2020. Уважаеми колеги, скъпи приятели, добре дошли на откриването на Международна научна конференция Техника, технологии и образование 2020. The conference is organized by the Faculty of Technics and Technologies of Yambol, Тракийски Университет, Bulgaria. And let me introduce Associate Professor Vanya Stойкова, the chair, committee, and the Dean of the Faculty of Technics and Technologies. Co-organizers of this edition of conference are Yambol branch of the Union of Scientists of Bulgaria, Balkan Society of Textile Engineers, and Bulgarian Academic Society of Computer Systems and Information Technologies, AUXIT. And Professor Angel Smrikarov, the coordinator of AUXIT, is here with us. I am Zlatina Kazlacheva, the chair of the scientific committee. We, the members of organizing and scientific committees, are very happy to inform you that we have received almost 200 papers with authors from 23 countries from 4 continents. Dear participants, thank you very much for your big interest in our conference. Dear members of organizing and scientific committees, dear reviewers, thank you very much for your very important and precious work. And dear young colleagues from our Technic team, thank you very much for your important work too. And now is the time for the conference opening. It's great pleasure for me to invite Associate Professor Dobry Yarkov, Rector of Tracийски University of Stara Загора, and Honorary Chair of the Organizing Committee. Professor Yarkov, please welcome.
Thank you very much. Hello, my name is Dobry Yarkov. I am Rector in Tracийски University, and I am very happy today to see you. Today is good day for the Tracийски University and the Faculty of Technics and Technology in Yambol. The first I say congratulations for the organizing committee and Dean Professor Vanya Stойкова for this very, very helpful conference. I really surprised that you have a lot of participants, more 200 articles, participants from 23 countries, from 4 continents, from Austria, Germany, Egypt, China, South Africa, USA, and Russia, and other countries. Thank you very much for all the participants, for the interest for our university and our conference. I am really surprised that you have a very broad spectrum of engineering researchers, from technics and technology in mechanical, agriculture, and transport engineering, via fashion and textile design and technologies, electric engineering, energetics, food science and technologies, and technology and engineering education. Congratulations. I wish you really good success in this conference, but not good that now the technology help us, but a very good possibility to organize conference by internet, by online. Thank you very much again. I wish success from my heart and believe the conference finish with good success. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, Professor Yarkov. And now it is a pleasure to invite Mr. Encho Kiriazov, the Vice Major of Yambol Municipality. Mr. Kiriazov, welcome.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for inviting me, dear participants, in the International Scientific Conference, Technic, Technology, Education 2020. I have the pleasure, on behalf of the Mayor Valentin Revansky, and my behalf to welcome you. Thanks to the excellent work for organizing community, we have the chance to host this important international scientific event with a history of 7 years. I'm confident that this forum will be extremely useful for a student and professional. The exchanging of ideas and experience are always powerful motivation at all levels of human knowledge. I am happy with the activity of all of you who come from the different countries and areas unite in the name of science and technology. This is extremely important today when our strength and will to life are put to the test. I wish you successful work and creative inspiration. Let your achievements help for a higher level of education process. Good luck for everybody, and of course, stay healthy. Thank you very much, and again, wish you success to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kiriazov. And now it is a time for the plenary paper. The plenary paper is the vision of the University of the Future, with authors from University of Russe, Angel Kanchev, Bulgaria, and Faculty of Technics and Technologies. And this is the authors list: Христо Билоев, Ангел Смрекаров, Светомир Василев, Светозар Георгиев, Стоянка Смрекарова, Анелия Иванова, Галина Иванова, Ваня Стойкова, Елица Арсова, Юксел Алиев, and Pavel Zlatarov. The paper will be presented by Associate Professor Anelia Ivanova from University of Russe.
Hello, dear colleagues. At first, I would like to share that it's a great pleasure and honor to be here and to meet you. Even the meeting is online, but we should adapt ourselves to the new normal. I'm going to switch off my video camera because I'm afraid that the stream will suffer from both camera and sharing the screen. And just give me a little time to make a preparation because I'm in a room with very thick walls, and I'm going to use a mobile network, a mobile phone network, and I will place my phone outside the room to get better signal. Just a little bit preparations. So I hope to have a good connection and to everything to go smooth. I'm sharing the screen now. And so are you able to see the presentation now?
Yes.
It's okay, I suppose. Oh, so, okay. Let me have a better position to feel comfortable. So everyone of the present here, colleagues, have heard a long list of authors. That's because behind this presentation is a long years experience of all these colleagues who contributed to the work of the Center of Education, Innovative Educational Technologies at the University of Russia. I can say that in this center we work in the field of e-learning. We have been working in the field of e-learning from about 20 years now, and there are a lot of colleagues with different ages here, from very experienced professors to young assistants and PhD students. So I think everyone have contributed to this vision, and that's why I believe it's so good enough. With this presentation, I mostly hope to give some inspiration to the further work of the conference and to give a good mood. We don't have ambitions to feel that this is a big science. We just share our vision, our thoughts about the future of the university. A short summary of the paper. At first, I will begin with justification, laying behind the construction of this vision. And there will be two parts of the layout. At first, I'm going to speak about the physical university and the traditional education, and further, I'm going to speak about the virtual university and distance education, and thoughts about how to teach in the future university. And all the time, we're trying to place an impact to the digital transformation of education. At first, let's answer a question. What do we have in mind when we say vision of the university of the future? This is an idea about how a university should look like in the near and not so near future in order to compete in the digital society and the digital economy. Why should we discuss a university of the future? Why should we bother ourselves to think about this vision and such a vision at all? Just to know in which direction to develop the nowadays universities. So the future is in front of us, more or less predictable. And while trying to stick to its predictable aspects, we made an attempt to draw our vision about the university of the future. But all of us know that the COVID-19 was an unpleasant surprise for all the world. And this pandemic situation has added a certain level of obscurity in our vision. But I think all of this makes the path ahead even more challenging. Let's start with something in the field of high technologies. Every one of us knows that the robots will step more and more intensively into various fields of human activities, and they will replace the human in the execution of routine operations. Elon Musk warns all the humanity that the people will have to constantly evolve because the rate of change of technology is incredibly fast. It is outpacing our ability to understand it. And he goes further and says that humanity is a kind of biological bootloader for artificial intelligence. It sounds a little bit scary, doesn't it? So how will the people constantly develop and keep up to date their knowledge and their skills? Of course, it will become possible only through lifelong learning. That's why the University of the Future should offer this opportunity for everyone. Next reason for the appearance of this vision is the emerging necessity of adaptation of the educational system to the digital generation from one side and to the business on the other side. The problem of educating the digital generation, I think it has been a subject of discussions for almost 10 years now, and I think even more. And we haven't still seen something significant achieved in this area. And now I believe that we are late. We have to do something to adapt our educational system in each level to be more attractive and to be more effective for the digital generation. Next reason, I'm continuing actually with this reason. I think that digital transformation of the educational system, and I think the fast digital transformation of the educational system, and making this transformation as a driving force to the digital revolution will make a progress in this area, and they will contribute to achieving the goal to adapt educational systems to digital generation. Further reason for the appearance of this vision is the European Commission has adopted a new digital strategy for a European society powered by digital solutions. And one more reason. So let's make a comparison between these two pictures. The time between taking these photos is about a century. A century back a century. A car which is about a century old, but I think it's more than a century. And nowadays, a modern car with modern technology. So let's make a comparison between 100 years old phone and a nowadays phone. Let's make a comparison between, so almost 100 years old computer and a contemporary computer. So we see there is a big difference between the first cars and nowadays cars, the first phones and nowadays phones, and the first computer and nowadays computers. And let us now to see a classroom a century ago and now. So do we see a difference? Maybe the difference is only in the fashion style of the clothes and the haircuts of the students and the teacher. The sad news that nothing significantly has changed into the educational system. And the way of teaching, especially in the schools, is the same as it was 100 years backwards. So, first thoughts about the vision. How should we start with building this vision? From our perspective, we should start with the choice of the most appropriate educational model. We are certain that the educational process in the university of the future should follow a flexible, blended model, which combines the advantages of the traditional and the online education. Here, I would like to put the impact on the term flexible blended model, because the world outside forces us to be very flexible at any time and constantly to be flexible. So this means that we will need one physical on the earth university and one virtual in the cloud university, because when we are going to mix the advantages of the traditional and online learning, we will need these two places. What about the physical university? So the buildings of the physical university and the campus as a whole should be a very attractive place for the young people, and the exterior and the interior of the campus should make the young people feel comfortable. And all of us know how important is the ergonomy of the working place and the working environment for our productivity. So I believe to see soon such nice and joyful interiors in our universities, in our campuses. What about the classroom? The classrooms have to be equipped with multifunctional interactive presentation systems, interactive tables, along with video conferencing systems. The future classroom should facilitate the active learning. Its furnishing should be implemented with the use of flexible furniture, allowing fast reconfiguration and establishing of various active learning zones. Advanced technology labs like such this one should be a norm in the university of the future. The real university has to be submissive toward the concept of the smart building, smart campus, and this means that in all the buildings of the campus should be implemented the Internet of Things and further the Internet of Everything, which is the next step in the global network development. So let's focus to the traditional education. How should the traditional education look like? So computer labs should be equipped with computers and presentation systems which are specialized for added virtual and combined reality. So what about the textbooks? If we have printed textbooks, they should have augmented reality, and electronic learning resources should be highly interactive and accessible online from any time, on any platforms. The engineering courses should be augmented with virtual laboratories, virtual tools, specialized software simulations. 3D technologies must be used on a massive scale into the classroom. such as 3D printing, 3D scanners, and 3D presentation systems, of course. The robots should be also actively, should have an active presence into the future classroom, not only as an object of construction and programming, but also as an assistant of the lecturer. Here, I see a very interesting application of a robot in the classroom, maybe more applicable in the schools, but imagine that a teacher is in quarantine at home, and there is nobody who to substitute the teacher, and the class is in the classroom. So a robot could be a good help for the teacher, good assistant of the teacher, and to provide some advices how to answer the questions of the students and something like this. Especially in language teaching, the robot could perform some texts to say something, to sing something in the foreign language. A lot of applications. Why not holograms in the classroom? This is not a fantastic thoughts, because the holograms are already so achieved technology, and of course they are very expensive, but we hope they will not be so expensive in the future, and they could add additional layer to the learning material. They will be a good approach to illustrate the learning material in real time during the lecture. And let's go further to the virtual university. So we made a short review of the future of the traditional and education and the physical university, and now let's go virtual. Here we provide a short definition of the virtual university. It should be a web portal which provides detailed information about the university, at least the basic administrative service online, at least the basic educational services providing effective distance education. I mean, e-learning platforms, virtual laboratories, virtual classrooms, video conferencing systems. And how will we teach into the virtual university? Of course, by using distance education. So all of us already have noticed that the importance of distance education became more and more serious since the COVID pandemic situation emerged. The rapidly changed situation forced both lecturers and students to upgrade the existing and to develop new skills for communication, teaching, and learning in an online environment. In the university of the future, the two types of distance education should be actively used. Synchronous distance education with the use of video conferencing systems and virtual classrooms, and asynchronous distance education with the use of the platforms for the e-learning platforms and virtual laboratories. But here I would like to point your attention to the social learning. Don't forget the power and the possibilities offered by the social networks. Facebook made some changes and made available this option, social learning group, and provides opportunities to structure very well the educational materials in a closed group, for example. and to make some quizzes, some tests for self-preparation of the students. So let's don't forget that for our students, the social networks are something like a natural habitat. They are every day, and they are constantly connected to the social network, and it is a good strategy to make their natural habitat to be a place for learning too. And we shouldn't underestimate the power of video lectures. Again, don't forget that you teach a generation who studies better from video clips. Our students are more likely to study from video lessons rather than read a text. So we have to accept the situation that we are teaching a YouTube generation, and when they search, for example, information how to do something, usually when I search information how to do something and when I want to study something new, I'm trying to find a textual information. I would like to read a text, but our kids and our students prefer watching video, and they even make something weird because they don't want to waste their time. They play the video in a very fast speed, and they are able to understand the English in a very fast speed, and that's why they accumulate in a faster the information. So we have to prepare our lectures in video format too. So I would like to share some results from a very simple survey. After the summer semester in our university was conducted in a distance mode, and after the semester was at its end, we made a survey among our students. Not everyone participated, but from the third year students participated 42 students, and from the second year students participated 21, only from our degree course, Computer Systems and Technology. So we asked the questions: do you like and are you satisfied with the distance education mode for your study? And we were very surprised by the results, because more than half of the students in both groups say, yes, I like distance education. It saves me money for the traveling, money for accommodation, because it's obvious that not every student from our degree course is from Russia. They usually live in this student hostile student host. I don't know the word in. So I don't know the word for this Bulgarian word общежитие. So special facilities for the students where to live. So quarters, special quarters associated to the university. So they like studying at home. So very, it's obvious from the diagrams that few of the students said, yes, I prefer face-to-face education. And significant part of the students said, yes, I like distance education mode, but only for the lockdown and only for the pandemic situation. It is interesting that before the present academic year, I made another survey only for my students from the third year and from the fourth year of the university. And I expected that the most of them will say, I will come, I would prefer to be face-to-face educated this semester. But to my surprise, about 2/3 of the students said, no, I would like to study online for this semester. I prefer to study online. So the attitude of the lecturers is to work, to teach face-to-face, but I believe that a lot of our students prefer online education. I myself, I'm a die-hard fan of distance education, of online education, and a lot of my students share that they study more seriously when they study in online mode because they don't have any distraction and they are more focused and more motivated to study. So the distance education should be developed on a massive scale. I believe that it will play a significant role in the future education. How to teach at the University of the Future? So these massive open online courses will become more and more popular, and they will be created by outstanding faculty members with a great experience, and will be a powerful platform for lifelong learning. So research-based learning and flipped classroom, maybe my favorite educational models that will be implemented in the future education because they give more focus to the students and they give a place to the students to show their creativity and to apply their knowledge into the practice. So the further innovative educational approach is gamification. So different forms of game-based learning will be introduced in the classroom because the gaming industry shapes the perceptions of the students from early childhood, and this trend is not going to drop down in the future. The games could be used not only for acquiring the knowledge, but also for knowledge testing. And platforms for learning games composing will enable the teachers and the lecturers to construct and create their own educational games corresponding to their teaching strategy. I believe that there is a great power in the game-based learning. The only obstacle is that creating a video game, educational video game, requires a lot of efforts, and without serious financing, so it will be difficult to make a really attractive and immersive educational game which to attract the attention of the students. But the games could be not obligatory video games or computer-based games. A role-playing in the classroom, it's a good strategy. And I have colleagues from the University of Rusem in the business and management faculty. They use role-playing in the classroom. So real role-playing, not computer-based. And this approach gives good results in the educational process. So a boom will occur in the use of artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence could be very helpful in the automation of course scheduling process. Artificial intelligence could optimize the admission process by making forecasts and predictions. And artificial intelligence systems could be a good assistant of the teacher or of the lecturer at the university with checking the course assignments or any assignment of the students, and to grade, to give a score of the assignment, to give a feedback, and that will be a very good help of the teacher. There will be more and more attention towards the students with disabilities. In addition to accessibility measures, mentorship programs for the students with special needs should be established at each university. And of course, each university should be part of a world academic network, not only for knowledge and know-how sharing, but also for students and academic staff mobilities. The university of the future should be one of research, innovation, and entrepreneurship. The university of the future should have a very strong relationship with the business and to be an incubator for startups. And of course, the university of the future has to be flexible because the world around is dramatically changing. The competition will grow. Some professions will disappear. Some new professions will emerge. And only those universities which can prognose the changes and adapt to them will survive in the future. The digital transformation of education is not an easy task. It is a complicated process. It requires a great change in our way of thinking and teaching and acting. But we have to complete this digital transformation in order to have students and in order to reach our students and in order to survive in the near future. I will continue with some nice thoughts. The first one is a thought of Yuval Noah Harari. In education, the only constant will be the change. Norbert Wiener says, we have modified our environment so radically that we must now modify ourselves in order to exist in this new environment. And this is a thought of Professor Smrikarov. As academic community, we must not creep after the changes. We have to forecast and initiate them. So I'm sure you are thinking now that everything you have heard is not something futuristic. You already have heard about all of these technologies and all of these approaches. And you're asking yourselves, but where is the futuristics component here? So they speak about the University of the Future, but we have already familiar with these technologies. We know about them. But don't forget that educational system is really slow when it comes to changes. And yes, some universities have already implemented some segments of the University of the Future. But we could say that, yes, we have some advance in this direction. And let's say that this vision is a short-term prognosis, which regards the university's development during the next decade. And when we speak about the further prognosis, let us wait and see what will happen with the brain-computer interface and Neuralink endeavor of Elon Musk's. And when all of this becomes a reality, we will think how to adapt to the new kind of technology. But for now, we should put our efforts to achieve at least the things we have discussed in our vision of the University of the Future. And thank you for the attention. Now I have to stop.
Dear Professor Okay, dear Professor Ivanova, thank you very much. And dear colleagues and friends, do you have any questions to Professor Ivanova? Yes.
I suppose everyone will agree that we have to change a lot in order to survive in this dynamically changing future. And every one of us knows what is the situation, especially in the school educational systems. I think there is drastic gap between the technology situation in the university and the situation in the schools. I think we have the mission to help the schools to advance in the use of technologies for teaching, because there are a lot of teachers who are not familiar at all. And that's why we have to establish centers of education, innovative educational technologies. And in these centers, we should, at the universities, we should provide seminars and courses for the teachers from the school education, and to prepare them to be more flexible in the changing technology, the changing of the technologies, and to implement new technologies in the classroom. Because at this moment, a lot of school students are more familiar with technologies from their teachers. And in order to be a successful teacher, everyone should be at least so familiar with the technologies as familiar with the technologies his or her students.
Thank you very much.
And see you later in the sessions of the conference. And I wish success to everyone participant in the sessions. Successful conference for everyone. Okay. Bye. I'm switching.
Thank you very much. And dear colleagues, dear friends, I will ask again, any question? Any questions? If not, thank you very much, all colleagues, all friends, that you share your time with us. Dear participants, thank you again for your big interest in our conference. I wish you success in the online sessions and discussions, And me and my colleagues from the Faculty of Technics and Technologies of Yambol hope that we will see you here in Yambol next November. Stay safe and healthy. Thank you again. Goodbye. See you in the sessions.